My mic is on. 1 2 1 2. That's right. That's right. Your boy Cosmonian checking in, man, from the Etherian heavens, man. I'm right back at it tonight. You dig what I'm talking about? If y'all can hear me, if y'all can hear me clear, if y'all can hear me in the chat, just throw me a one in the chat real quick. Just making sure I'm running something new today. You dig what I'm talking about? Everybody can hear good. Everybody can hear good. Peace to the creator gang, man. It's your boy. Your hostess with the most is burning like toast is. You dig what I'm talking about? Your brother from another mother. Same father, different mother, though. You dig what I'm talking about? It's your boy Cosmo Cal, man. Checking back in on the late night hype. You know how I used to do it, but now I'm getting back to it. I got a different little way. I just found out recently that you can do live streams from your phone. Okay, just call me slow, me whatever. But I'm here. You dig what I'm talking about? I'm here. All right. I see the ones coming in the chat, man. Let me kick off these moon boots real quick. Take off these Cosmonian goggles. You dig what I'm talking about? Also, make sure you go to cash drop .biz/fresh FRSH fresh with no E because there ain't no N. That's cash drop biz/fresh with no E, man. Go and get your Jaja gear, your Jaja boy, Jaja girl shirts, straight out of Cosmon shirts and hoodies. Come get your Jehovah dog tags. You dig what I'm talking about? Uh, you know, just hit the link up, and then while you're there, man, tell them Cosmon sent you. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, go get your fresh new Cosmon tumblers. Go get your new tumblers. The Jehovah Chronicles tumblers. Jaja boy, Jaja girl. Cosmon kid shirts. Creator gang shirts. Um, you know, cashdrop.biz /fresh with no E because there ain't no N. You know what I mean? Shout out to Dapper Dan and DM Graphics. You did want to talk about for doing all the printing. That's my brother. You know what I mean? Y'all tell him Cosmon sent you, man. He show you some love. You dig what I'm talking about? Uh, you know what? I didn't have a whole bunch to talk about tonight. Let me see how this camera is actually looking. Let me see if I can take this down real quick. Shout to the creator gang. Peace to all the righteous gods and Nirvanian goddesses. You know what I mean? Cosmon in the house. Okay, y'all. All right. Big fat flipper team. You know what I mean? I got up there the book of discipline. And I'm gonna get into it, man. But I thought tonight, man, I didn't really come in with no whole bunch of, things to talk about. So if anybody got anything they want to throw in the chat, any questions, man, we can get into it. Break it down with the O. You know what I mean? And we can get this thing popping, y'all. Any questions? Or actually, let me also, while I'm here doing this, how do I want to share the link. I'm gonna share the link in the chat. Let me see if I can do that real quick. Let me go post a comment. Here we go, y'all. Excuse me. My little phone want to be slow today. My little phone want to be slow. In case anybody want to come in, that's the StreamYard link. It'll be up right up there in the top of the chat. Shout out to Snoopy Eats. Shout out to the Bronze Yo. You dig what I'm talking about? Everybody for tapping in. Shabert in the house. You know, usually come from the laptop, but I wanted to see how this actually looked. It don't look too bad. Don't look too bad. You know what I mean? Boom. You know, and this is the Jehovah Chronicles, number 44. We just gonna call this one the Book of Discipline, man. The Book of Discipline is dope. I still think it's some of the most fantastical, amazing reading I've actually ever done. It answers so many questions and gives you insight to so many things that man has asked since his creation. You know what I mean? Since his creation, one of the biggest questions is that man has forever asked is, who is God? You know what I mean? For those getting the understanding through a WASPy, now we understand that true God is a one-time man. He died, was raised through Jehovah's heavenly kingdoms to a rank, a system, a position, a title as an angel. That title is God. So every God is an angel. An angel is a one-time living man, which can also be confused with spirit. Angel, spirit can be used back and forth synonymously. You know what I mean? Brother say, I used to study Bible with GOCC under Elder Rashar and Elder Gajah. Well, ain't it a blessing? You know what I mean? Jehovah is opening up them doors. You know what I mean? Not keeping us stuck in religious ideologies and belief systems. If you need belief, if belief is tied to your creator or who you believe the creator is, he ain't real. You dig what I'm talking about? There should be no reason you need to believe anything to prove your creator, as in the difference is in a WASPy, right? This is not a belief system. This is a system of knowing and how to prove the things that are stated in its book and the hypotheses you make for yourself. You know what I mean? They must be proven subjectively and objectively. Then you can go and show a thing and profess it as light, you know what I mean? Or on the right path, or hints to wisdom. You know what I mean? Yeah, but hey, ain't it good, Snoop? Jehovah didn't leave you stuck in that box, baby. So now look at this. And people, this is what they don't get, man. Owaspy is not a religion. It's not trying to take nothing from you. So you still got all your understanding, your Hebrew Israelite understanding, right? You still got all that, right? But now you got a higher level of light, a higher vibratory rate, a higher level of comprehension and understanding coming from the O, shining down on what you know already. So that just opens that up more. Both things work hand in hand. Remember, our creator is all powerful. He didn't miss nothing. He didn't fall asleep on after 6 days because he was tired, made a nigga fell asleep night. You know what I mean? That's not real. You know what I mean? You know, that's not real. You know. So now you got all the information you had before, and now you get to add this new stuff on. It's gonna add to you forever. Because as amazing as a waspy is, it even states it's only the first fruit. And really, when you understand that we all are babies in this new spiritual walk of Cosmon, you know what I mean? And for everybody who listening and wants to know may watch this back. Cosmon means balance. Huh? This is a time of high physicality and high spirituality. Things will be revealed. And these things, well, didn't the creator say all things should be revealed? Right? Well, then the next logical question should be, well, then when, creator? When, Yahweh? Now, you dig what I'm talking about? So we're going to go ahead and jump in real quick. You know, we got the trusty rusty, trusty dusty. Look how, man, I got this thing taped together, colored up. It looked like crayons exploded in that thing, man. You know what I mean? And in different versions of a waspy produced in different years, it's in different parts of the book. Book of Discipline comes before the Book of Knowledge and the Book of Judgment also. But in the 1891 copy, right? I got the 1891 boy with all the addendum, the commentary, the pictures, the paintings, the pictures of the babies. Shout to the sister Pam, man, coming through with that 1929 material. I'm hopeful that much more stuff is about to come through, because basically what we came down with that were purported to be the lance plates aren't, but it may be material with the lance plates, because actually what they've given us so far is a copy of the 1891. We don't want 1891. We want that 1881. Y'all didn't even know it existed. Everybody running off the 1882 or using what I got like the 1891. You dig what I'm saying? But in different books, it's written in different parts, but nonetheless, it's the same Book of Discipline. And right off the top, what y'all blowing on out there? I'm blowing on ice cream cake. Right off the top, right? The book just amazes you because it asks one of the greatest questions men have ever asked, and haven't got a true answer till now. Huh? And that is that in this book, in the Book of Discipline, found in the Owaspy, it is the only book in the world where true God explains who he is and what he does. That's right, I said true God explains who he is and what he does. And this is in juxtaposition to the religious gods. If you have a God that comes from a religious ideology, we're not talking about that God. We're talking about the guy that they're purporting to be. You dig what I'm saying? So let's get into the book of discipline real quick. You know what I mean? And you know, we'll just chop it up for a minute. You know what I mean? But this is mind blowing, and it's got one of my favorite, probably my second favorite line in the whole Owaspy is in what we about to read. This is chapter 1 on the very first page. Book of discipline is coming out swinging. It don't care about nothing about what you think about it. It is rewriting the understanding of religiosity, dogma, belief. You know what I mean? Because we just believed what we were told through Christianity. We believe what we were told through Islam. You know what I mean? Buddhism, Brahmanism, whatever, Taoism. You know what I mean? Brahmanism, Hinduism, whatever. We was duped into believing, or to put it more precisely, this is what religion does. It indoctrinates you into the belief that the creation is the creator. So in other words, you praising the watch and not the watchmaker. God is no more than what you will be in time to come. But don't take it from me. Let's hear what God got to say about it out of his own mouth. This is the book of discipline, chapter 1, man. This is amazing. Just listen, check it out, y'all. Book of discipline, chapter 1. God revealeth who he is. It says, this is the word from the organic heaven. Hear the word of thy God, O man. I am thy brother. Not the father. I am the brother, risen from mortality to a holy place in heaven. Profit thou in my wisdom and admonish and be admonished by my love. So right there, we get some straight drop off the kitchen floor. You dig what I'm talking about? This that stuff. First of all, God is speaking to man, and he lets man know, I'm your brother. I'm not the father. I'm true God. And what you've been told in the future, that ain't in the past, that's not me. I'm not the father. There ain't no Holy Ghost. I'm the creator son. Not God's son. I am God. Huh? So a distinction is made right here that who God is, he is not the father of all. He is not the creation of the creator of all. He's not the all person. He's not, this guy who is true God is not Alpha and Omega. As a matter of fact, he says he's risen from mortality, which means he died, which means he lived as a man before he died. When you are risen from mortality to a holy place in heaven, that means he rose up after his death spiritually to become what? Thy God. Right? He say, profit thou in my wisdom and be admonished by my love. So basically, he's saying, you know, put yourself on point by my love, right? And be admonished and profit from what I'm telling you. Get something out of this, because I'm about to drop a jewel on you, right? He says, for as I am thy elder brother, so shall it be with thee. So he's saying, because I was a man and you are a man, in time, it's going to be the same thing with you. Uh-oh, right there, we got a problem because your biblical God told us we was going to hell forever. You was going in the lake of fire forever. You dig what I'm saying? That's a long time. But listen what true God say. True God say, I'm your elder brother. I was a man like you. And he's saying, so it's going to be with you too. To rise also in time to come and to look back onto mortals and to call them to the exalted heavens of the Almighty, just like you being called to the exalted heavens of the Almighty every time you pick up the O. So we got revealed. This is a body blow to all religious understanding, because true God just said, I was a living man. I died. I went through the spiritual schools. I went from kindergarten, spiritual kindergarten, to spiritual 12th grade, and I graduated. And I went on to the higher heavens. And after I graduated out the higher heavens, I got a rank. I got a title, a position, a job called God. And then he go on to say right here, he say, so shall it be with thee. So that means the same thing that happened to me. You're gonna be born, you're gonna die, you're gonna go through spiritual teachings in the next life. You're gonna graduate through the ranks and levels and schools and colleges, vibratory rates, levels of light. And when you get done with that, you're going to get a rank, a title, a position, a job called God. Miles Davis, peace, peace, peace. Big up, brother. So when they tell you you God already, yes, you're not God in fact. You are God in training. And I coined that phrase. So you need to copyright that. God in training. Need to copyright that. GIT, man. Shout to the Creative Gang, man. Shout to the Star Child Gang. Let's get back into it real quick a little bit more. So you see the level of what just got, we just peeled the whole religious scab right off the arm. Because true God just revealed, nigga, I was a man no better than you. You was sitting on, I used to sit on the couch, smoke weed. I used to drink. I used to fight. I used to cuss. I may have even shot a nigga, killed the nigga. But guess what? I went back and I made my repentance for that. I went and did the work it takes to rise up and get to this level, this rank, this position, this job. You know what I mean? And when I say job, I really mean that. True God, I'm talking about real big bro, right? He's a glorified manager. He's a spot worker. Basically, he watched over the heavens and the earth. He's a Walmart manager. But guess what? He can go on through time, gain different levels of understanding, and raise up again. Now he's a regional manager. We call them Orion chiefs. And guess what? It's some higher than the Orions called Nirvanians. And guess what? It's some higher than the Orions. I mean the Nirvanians called Otians. And guess what? It's some higher than them. Forever and ever and ever. Creator don't stop. He never stopped. Don't believe that false 6-day, 7-day creation story. That stuff, it don't matter if it was 7,000 years or 7 days. It is false. And Jaja didn't fall asleep. He wasn't tired. He wasn't a waste man. Waste man them. You know what I mean? So let's go back and just read it a little bit. Now, context. Context is always key. This is true God, ruler of the heavens and the earth, or the earth and the heavens attached to it, the higher, middle, and lower heavens that are attached to the earth. He is the ruler of those heavens and the earth we are on right now. So this is who's talking, who y'all think in the Bible is talking. He never said one word in the Bible. True God didn't say anything. None of his words are in there. None. Because look what true God is revealing, not the false gods of religious dogma. He say, true God say, for as I am thy elder brother, that just means I'm a dude who died before you. So shall it be with thee, to rise also in time to come and look back to mortals and call them to the exalted heavens of the Almighty, to Jehovah, all adoration and glory forever. Amen. By and through him is all life and motion and power and things seen and unseen, nor is there an angel in heaven so high or sufficiently wise to comprehend the Creator in his entirety, nor to see him as thou seest, thou fellow man. For he is within all, listen, beyond all. Oh, excuse me. For he is within all, beyond and over all, being ever present and in all places. So that brings up a problem right there, because that brings back a memory. In Genesis, Eve eats the fruit, gives the fruit to Adam. Then Adam and Eve say they hear God walking through the garden, and he's calling for them, asking, where are you? Because he doesn't know where they are. That is a problem. That means you aren't ever present. Also, it means you're not omniscient because you didn't know, and you're not omnipotent because you didn't have the power to reveal it, or else you knew where they were. But we find here that the Creator, Jehovah, Eowah, the sound of the wind, Hawa, he is ever present and in all places. And he does by virtue of his presence, quickening all the living, adorable above all things. That's my favorite verse right there. They say the Creator is adorable above all things, even as the sun is to the light of day, so is Yahweh, the Creator, to the understanding of all the living. Now, y'all notice I got that highlighted right there, man, and I want to go back. You know what I mean? Because it was some things we probably need to just go over a little bit. In verse 6, Book of Discipline, chapter 1, verse 6, it says, "Nor is there an angel in heaven so high or sufficiently wise to comprehend Jehovah in his entirety." What he's saying is, now this is true God, who is an angel, a one-time living, breathing man. He is telling you there is no angel, nowhere, ever, who could, let alone try to war with them, but they can't even sufficiently comprehend him. Just think about it. You're going to one day, 140 million years from now, be make us starting galaxies off somewhere. And as far in knowledge, I mean, after trillions of years of knowing, you still ain't gonna be no closer. I'm talking about the guy outside of reality. That's the guy I serve. That's the creator I want to pray to. Not some nigga sitting in the sky. If you can sit in that seat, you can sit in that seat. That means you got legs. That means you got a butt. That means you have a physical form. That means I can whoop your ass. I can't pray to that guy. He ain't big enough. He ain't strong enough. Huh? We serve that thing that's outside of creation. Creation is in him. Life is just a part of him. Motion is just a representative of his speech. You know what I mean? We serve that God. No gods, no lords, no saviors. Sub, like, share, man. Everybody come in, man. Sub, like, share. Share it on your pages, man. Let your people know Cosmonian. Right back with it, man. So he's letting you know there ain't no angel, ain't no God. There is no Lord God or Lord who is sufficiently high enough to comprehend the creator. What the sister say, man? Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low. Ain't no getting on side of the creator. So that begs to ask the question, why are you worried about if I praise another God? Who is that guy talking? Is that the same guy who told me thou shalt not kill and then turn around and go kill the Hivites, the Jebusites, the Zamzummim? Because remember, true God also said, nigga, don't praise me. I don't want your lowly, stinking nigga praise. What would I do with it? What would I do with it? I don't have servants. Don't nobody serve me. We all serve the creator. Huh? True God is saying, I'm God, nigga, and I can't comprehend this guy. He's saying, I can't eat. He greater than me. And what true God is letting you know here in the Book of Discipline is that I serve the creator. So I don't want praise. Praise him. He told you what Yeshua told you. Don't praise me. Praise the one who sent me. Only one is good. Huh? We know who that is. We know that's Jah. Huh? We know he like to win. A necessity. You dig what I'm talking about? And he say, ain't no angel sufficiently wise enough to comprehend Jehovah in his entirety, nor to see him as thou seest thou fellow man. But wait a minute. Didn't Moses see God face to face? Proven again, whoever Moses saw, it wasn't the creator. Because even gods don't see the creator. They can't. And when you get past a billion, trillion, million worlds, you done raised up a billions and billions of people, on not only on this planet, but on other ones. And you get past your 100th millionth world, you gonna look up and you gonna see it's 100 billion, trillion, gadillion more, because he never stopped. He great for real. It's my guy, man. He say, now this is true God speaking. He say, for he, the creator, is within all things. Right? So if the creator is in with all things are within him. He says, true God, remember, talking about the creator. God and the creator, not the same thing, y'all. Beyond and over all. So the highest thought, think about this. The highest thought that you could possibly think right now, right, is trash. It's not even in the neighborhood even of what true God is, but let alone nowhere near what the creator is. Whatever you can even possibly think about has already been done and is old. He say, being ever present and in all places. He would have never asked Adam, where are you? I'm right where you left me. The real creator, the real father would have already known. What would he have asked him for? What would he have asked him anything for? What could Adam have told him back? Nothing but some BS. We got to start acting real, man. Stop getting out of this. We got to get out of this goofy religious mind where we just believe everything. Man, scrutinize all this stuff. Are you man enough to test the spirit? Are you woman enough to test the spirit? Do you have enough intestinal fortitude to ask your God why? Say, nah, you do it. If you true God, you show me. You the creator for real, you show me. Creator don't never have no problem showing out. But ask your God to do that. Tell him no. They say, especially if it's some negative stuff to do anyway, but he your father anyway, you gonna test him. He should, if he's a true and great creator, understand that you gonna try him anyway. So when you say, nah, I ain't gonna nah, I don't feel like killing Isaac. Nah. And especially I ain't gonna kill Isaac because you've been telling me my whole goddamn life, thou shalt not kill. You've been saying that. You've been saying thou shalt not kill all this time. Now you're gonna tell me to come kill my only baby? Huh? You want me to kill my only one? Nah, player. Uh, I love you, God, and all that, but you gonna have to take care of this one. Now, if you gonna take my boy gone, ain't nothing I could do nothing about it. But nah, nigga, cause that's some BS. You told me don't kill nothing. Now you telling me to come here and kill. You show me you got. Do you have that much intestinal fortitude? Will you really test the spirit? And y'all better get this book. This is the only book in the world. There ain't no other one where God tells you what he is, what he does, where he come from, the who, what, when, where, and why of God. There ain't no more of these. Y'all better try to get hip. You better try to get hip. And don't let nothing scare you, man. I know they've been telling us our whole life, fear the Lord, fear God. So much so that you don't even love God. You don't love to do right. It's easier and quicker for you to do wrong. It's more common for you. You fear God. You don't love him. He never loved you. And every bit of love that you got in your life that you thought was coming from God was actually coming from the Creator. That's his love. He even let you let you dupe yourself. So you can bump your head and learn. So you can come on over here and get a little bit of understanding with Cosmonian, man. Shout to the Creator Gang. You bring them, we raise them. Ain't nobody even on this live. And I'm still gonna teach. This ain't get no money. I don't want nothing. I'm good. But my people is still stuck where they at. They stuck in Buddhism. They stuck in Brahmanism. They stuck in Islam. They stuck in Christianity. They stuck in Judaism. True God said that the Creator is ever present and in all places. And he does by virtue of his presence. Quickening. That means bringing things together fast. You know what I mean? All the living. He quickens all the living. Adorable above all things. Even as the sun is to the light of day, so is Jehovah to the understanding of all the living. Whereon to contemplate is the road to everlasting life, rising in wisdom, love, and power forever. Hear thy God, O man, and distinguish then that the twain, God and Jehovah, the Creator, are not the same. They are not the same one, nor more is thy God than what thou shalt be in time to come. Bag drop. In the words of the brother Malachi Maccabee, bag drop. Because God said, hear thy God, oh man. He's talking to me and you. He's saying, listen up, cuz. And distinguish that the twain, or that the two of us, who? God and Jehovah. God and the Creator. The Lord God and the Most High. The Lord in Ormazd. They are not the same thing. This is God telling you, nigga, I'm not him. This is revolutionary. Do you know what Martin Luther King would have did with this information? Do you know what I'm going to do with this information? Tell me how to be. You ain't got it. You ain't got it. Tell me how, Sway. Tell me how. Tell me how you going to beat the system. Huh? You readily will admit white man whooping your ass. Huh? But can you do this? Can you bring Jehovah's kingdom on earth? I got a step-by-step booklet. You dig what I'm talking about? You won't even have to bust a shot. You ain't got to kill nobody. You ain't got to fight nobody. You ain't got to thumb your nose at nobody. You don't even have to stop believing what you believe. But the thing is, once you get exposed to truth, this is the thing about truth. They don't give a fuck about what you think. Truth don't care about what you're saying. Truth just is. Let me fix this real quick, y'all. Truth just is. It don't care what you think. You know what I mean? Or how you feel about it. And truth always stand on its own. It don't need you. It don't need nobody. It is creator. All light and truth is creator. That's what y'all gonna figure out, man. That's what you're gonna figure out. What they misunderstanding and calling the law of one. I can rock with the title because it gets the point across. But in fact, there is no law. There is only will. Huh? And what the creator wills is. And what has he done? Everything. It's already done. And every second of the day, new galaxies and worlds are popping up endlessly. Endlessly. He's done this thing over and over. He's cyclic yet progressive. That's your father. That's your father. This is why everything works in perfect mechanism. This is how it has math behind it, because there's a mind behind it all. Context, true God speaking. Hear thy God, oh man, and distinguish that me and Jaja is not the same thing. No more am I. Let me read it to you for real. No more is thy than what thou shalt be in time to come. So God is saying, you ain't no different than I am. And in time to come, you gonna be what I am. So don't be fantasized and spooked out by gods. Because there is a level of understanding and of spiritual attainment and rate on this world where you can literally be God on earth. This is the ISU state. You've heard about every ISU who've ever touched this planet, from Zarathustra to Chinese, huh? Yeshua. You heard about every one of them. because these men were incredible. This is how you heal the sick, cure the blind, and make the dumb man speak, the deaf man hear, the crippled man walk, turn all these fish, which create, I ain't gonna say that. Multiply all these fish and multiply all these breads. It's an easy thing once you understand that it's not, it's the spirit working through the man, because the man is so pure. Understand that if you're not seeing spirits every day, that's not proof that spirits don't exist and angels don't exist. That's proof that your glass is tinted. Your windows are smudged. You might need to hit your inside, that spiritual eye, your spiritual windshield with a little Windex. Because it equates perfectly. I'm not talking to just be talking. I'm talking because I care about you. I love you. Shout out to the Creator God. But God said, what I am, you is. That also goes back to what Yeshua was saying. Yeshua was saying, hey, dude, the things that I do, you can also do, and even greater. Well, how, Yeshua? How? We must then be the same thing. If we can do the same things, and I can even do it better than you. But you telling me you the Son of God. Well, then that obviously means logically, God ain't what they've been telling me he is. If me and this guy is the same thing. God is something at that point much more attainable. You can be God on earth, ISU. You are God in training. That's what your life is. Your whole life experience is training for you to approach the Godhead. Creator said he made you from the first for that reason. I gave you physical life so I could expand you spiritually forever. I started you at 0, man. You didn't know anything. You were a child, a baby. What do a baby know? Shit, barely just to breathe. So everything, because he's saying, look, I started you at 0. I even taught birds how to build nests. I didn't teach that to men. Man got to learn how to build his house. Man can't fly. I ain't give him no wings. But man learn how to fly. It's the same thing spiritually, y'all. Remember, spirit and physicality are opposites. They're opposites. They do the opposite of one the other. So how you gain in one is exactly the opposite how you gain in the other. For instance, to be a rich man on earth, you must constantly take in, take in, take in, take in, and hoard it. You know what I mean? You got to hoard it and sit it all together and pull in more and rake in more. That's how you physically get rich. You must take in and hold it in and hold it in. And that's how you get rich physically. Well, it's just the opposite in spirit. In spirit, You're constantly giving away, giving away, giving away, doing good, right? You know what I mean? Giving away, giving away. It's an aggregate. So you are constantly giving away to gain spiritually, while in earth, as a man, you must hoard and take it in to be rich physically. You see, they're opposites. Let's get back to this. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna keep y'all long. First, mortality, then death, which is the first resurrection. Such are the spirits of the dead. So he's telling you, first you die. Well, first, mortality, right? So he's saying first you're born into life, and then you die, then death, which is the first resurrection. So your physical death is your spiritual birth. Such are the spirits of the dead. So this happens to everybody. Angels dwelling with mortals upon the earth, where they abide, some for a few years, some for 100, and some for 1,000 or more years. Second, angel organizations in heaven and their abandonment of mortals, which is the second resurrection. As a kingdom on earth has a king. Listen, this is a major key. This is verse 17, chapter 1, book of discipline. As a kingdom on earth has a king, and the king is nevertheless a mortal or a man. So in like manner is the heavenly place of thy God, a kingdom of angels. And the chief over them is God, an angel also. So what he's saying is, just like on earth, every nation has, like in the United States, a president at his head. And that president is a man. He's saying, so in likewise manner is the heaven of true God. He's saying, I'm an angel. And that title that you call president is equivalent to God in the heavens and the earth. So just like a kingdom got a king, the kingdom of God, right? God is that God. Just like in America, the president is that God. If you equate our country to being a heaven, let's just say, I'm just saying, hopefully one day we'll get there. But let's just say you equate our country to be a heaven, right? God would be the president. So that's what he's equating it to. And he's saying also, just like the president is a man, God is an angel, a one-time man. This is what they got to understand. They told us everything wrong. And they never told us the ranks of angels. They never told us why a Lord was a Lord, and a Lord God was a Lord God, and a God was a God, and how to differentiate between the three. No, they told us they was all the same thing. That's the lie. Huh? That's the watch trying to convince you it's better than Philip Petit. That's the watch trying to convince you that Rollies do TikTok. They don't. But this is the watch trying to convince you that they do. These are inferior gods now. Praise me. Look at me. Look over here. Praise me. You know what I mean? That's Christianity. That's Buddhism. That's Brahmanism. That's Islam in a shell. That's every religion in a shell. So let's go back. As a kingdom on earth has a king, and the king is nevertheless a man or a mortal, so in like manner is the heavenly place of that God, a kingdom of angels. And the chief over them is God, an angel also. Howbeit, the kingdom of thy God embraceth all the heavens of the earth. So is it also, so is it also with all corporeal worlds and their atmosphere in heaven. So everywhere that there is a man, on every planet where there is a man, there is a God who is unseen in these higher atmospheric heavens, who is here to do the bidding of the Creator for whatever time it may be, and for whatever purpose the Creator sees fit. And he say, howbeit the kingdom of that God embraceth all the heavens of the earth. So it go around the whole earth, north, south, east, west. There is some heaven. You dig what I'm talking about? And it extend out into space, or into the higher regions of our vortex, which is a little bit past our moon. Your so-called dome or your Van Allen belt. You see what I'm saying? Anyways, as a kingdom on earth hath a king, and the king is nevertheless immortal, so in like manner is the heavenly place of thy God, a kingdom of angels, and the chief over them is God, an angel also. Howbeit the kingdom of that God embraceth all the heavens of the earth. So is it also with all corporeal worlds and their atmospheric heavens, a God, and organic heavens belonging to each and all of them. So everywhere that there is the possibility for life, there is a God ruling over its heaven. Everywhere there is a man, a so-called human, a man of any sort, at a certain point in his early progress, a heavenly kingdom is set up on that planet. And the man who runs that heavenly kingdom, in the name of his father, the creator, Jehovah, his title, his rank, his position is called God. And then he said, on all worlds everywhere. So that means right off top, there must be billions of worlds. At least billions. Nor is this all, for there is a third resurrection. Listen, in which the angels rise still higher in wisdom, love, and power, and are sent by the God into Etheria, midway between the planets, the highest of all heavens, over which there are chiefs who are also gods and goddesses of still more comprehensive attributes. So even after you think you done seen it all, here come another dude, and he big and bad, and here come another god, and he big and bad, and here come another goddess, and she big and bad than everybody. And they all showing love. But why? Because they got oneness, harmony, symmetry. Why? Because they all serve one creator. soon as we start to get that understood, man, that listen, all you got to do is try the best you can and do good stuff for other people. Change your diet as soon as possible. This thing gets real easy. This thing get real easy. Right? Look what they say. For there is a third resurrection right in our heavens. The lowest part is called Hada, Hades, hell. So when they tell you things like we in hell already, yeah, you know, take that spooky shit out of here, man. We done with all that childish games. The lowest part of the breathable atmosphere has always been called Hades, Hada, hell. So when they tell you we in hell already, yeah, they right. Breathing in, smell like hell. Now, what they misunderstanding and what's been twisted around is really the misunderstanding of what a knot is. A knot, which are in the lower hellish, Hadic regions, or the lower breathable part of our atmosphere, from roughly right above the clouds, right on down to the ground. The breathable part, that is called Hades, and has been immemorial through time. Right? They saying they gonna raise y'all up in wisdom, love, and power. And then they gonna send you into higher heavens than the one. Remember, you just went to 1, 2, 3 resurrections and graduated off the planet. He's saying it's something even better than what you think is out there. And then once you seen this thing that you thought was unthinkable, it just can't be nothing better than this. You turn to your left like, oh, Cha-Cha did what? And then you look to your right and like, oh, it's everywhere. They say, there's a part in Owaski where they say you will be appalled. You'll be appalled by his sheer immensity. You dig what I'm saying? You get, man, y'all gotta, oh wow. He said, look, let's go. He say, nor is this all, for there is a third resurrection in which the angels rise still higher in wisdom, love, and power, and are sent by thy God into Etheria, right? Midway between the planets, so that's space, the highest of all heavens, over which there are chiefs, who are also gods and goddesses of still more comprehensive attributes, or in other words, power. But I think this kill it. This drop the bag. I'm pretty much done after this on God telling who he is, what he do, what happened in heaven, what's really going on. Nobody else has ever said nothing close to this. He say, this is, now listen, I think this is bad drop. He say, therefore, I am as any other spirit of the dead. I'm a dead nigga. I died, raised up through heaven, went to school in heaven, and I got this job. Got a good ass job. It's called God. Sooner or later, I'm gonna turn into an Orion chief, and then I become an Orion god, and then I graduate from the Orion chief to the Nirvanian chief, and then Nirvanian god. You know, come on, and this keep is progress forever and ever and ever. while y'all gonna be stuck here on earth, chestnuts roasting, with Jerusalem falling out the sky like a meteor. I think that's gonna be pretty scary. Y'all stay here. I'm good on that. Say it's gonna be whoremongers and dogs and witches and murderers outside heaven. You ain't got nowhere to put them. Remember, devil and them been gone. Remember, they got thrown in the lake of fire, so Satan ain't even here no more. Who is these niggas? Listen though. True God say, therefore I am as any other spirit of the dead, a one-time man upon the earth, even as thou art in this day, but one within the organic heavens of the earth. It's done. There's nothing else to talk about. What else? What could you say comparable about any God anywhere that's better than what you just read about what true God say he do? And then if you notice what true God say he do, your God don't do none of that. That's a problem. My people got to wake up, man. One day, dog, they gonna hear me. You dig what I'm talking about? This is why I don't try to blast this stuff out on people. You know what I mean? It can be a lot. It can be a lot. And I get it. But you can't, first of all, you got to understand there is a box. If you don't understand that there is a box, you're done. You know what I mean? I'm at that point just preach to the choir. Actually talking to a nigga in a suit already, because you're dead. You ain't gonna live long. So, you know, you do the best you can. You holler at the box, because it's a whole bunch of people in there, and some of them gonna stick their head out, some of them ain't. But for the ones who will, man, it's popping. Let me, man, get a little dark in here. Yeah, probably. This is the first one on the phone. I ain't never did this one on the phone before. So this is just a pilot shot. But True God said, excuse me, Granny. True God said, I was on the earth just like you is now. Let that sink in. And man, in this iteration, ain't been around more than 81,000 years. So even we don't have a God today. We have a goddess today. So stop praying to God anyway, if you really want your prayers answered, because goddess is answering. You dig what I'm saying? So and her name is Jehovih. Tell her Cosmo said you. And show me another book where God lay out the who, what, when, where, and how about God. I never heard nothing like this, man, and it blew my mind once I started digging into OWASP. And then You know, I started in the middle. I started in the Book of Wars first. I read that book first. And it kind of started, you know how the Book of Wars is. And for anybody, you know, everybody who probably watching right now, you dig what I'm talking about. You probably understand this, but the Book of the Wars against Jehovah is hinted and meant and spoken about and hinted about in the Bible as this lost, mysterious Book of the Wars against the Lord. And that's actually a corruption too, because everywhere where it says Lord and God, they switch the name Jehovah, Eoah, Elohim, Ormazd, Egoquim. You know what I mean? All names for the Most High Creator. You know what I mean? Spoken in different tongues, but equating to the very same thing, the all. And it's amazing, man. I've never seen nothing like a wasp. So I read the Book of the Wars first, right? So like I was saying, it's purported about in Bible. I have to look. Is that? Well, anyways, I'll look that up in a minute. Or if anybody knows where that is, just put that in the chat for me real quick. It's slipping my mind right now. And I want to say, is it? Or was that when they was about to be fighting in the mountains? And they talk about the Book of the Wars against the Lord. Is that Joshua? Yeah, I think that's the Book of Joshua. And they hint about this book that's not in the Bible, but it's hinted about the Book of the War of the Lords. Well, it's no longer hidden. It's in a WASP, and it's really called the Book of the Wars against Jehovah, or Eoah, is what they would have called him at the time. Eoah, Eolim, you know what I mean? Yeah, especially like in the Middle East, African, Persian region, and especially where we equate Israelites and all that shit in the Bible to be going on. He'd have been called Eoah, Eolim, secretly. You know what I mean? So it's just a wonderful thing, man. For all y'all who ain't got it, go get it. You know what I mean? I don't try to push it on my people. You dig what I'm saying? I don't try to push a wasp on nobody. But if it's coming to knowledge and light and understanding, you you don't have it. You dig what I'm talking about? You ain't got this type of information. And then I don't turn down any information. As long as I know where it is, it's proving my case by what Owaspi is saying. So it don't matter. Long as it's truthful, it's going to be there. Owaspi is saying a thing is going to be there at a certain time. You look there in the historical record, in the archaeological record, the paleontological record, and it's there, just like Owaspi is saying. Then we ain't even got to we didn't even got to go back and forth. And Owaspi puts it on a timeline for you so you can put it on a timeline in history to check their shit. See, Owaski ain't a belief system. Owaski is a way of knowing. It's different. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna keep y'all long, man. I've been on here long enough. You know, shout out to everybody who came through. The GOAT, J Manson, Yo, Shabert, Honor, Humility. Everybody came through, man. Much love, y'all, man. Thank y'all for coming through. As always, let me see. It's your boy Cosmo Cal. I'm gonna throw my moon boots on real quick. Throw my goggles on, you know what I mean? Gotta fend off them vortexing rays sometimes, you know what I mean? Can't see in that Atavasic, that fire ship taking up off the piercing the dome, the firmament. You dig what I'm talking about? But as always, man, breathe in. Let the light in, man. I'm Cosmo. I'm out.
And oh yeah, put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you're feeling up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you're breathing rarefied air, oh yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you feel it up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you're breathing rarefied air, oh,
it's that Jehovih, that Chow Mein, that Papa Bull, that Tao Mein, since sunset in the arc of Wayne. My brain moving like Tao Sang, so as above, it's so below. That up and that down thing, this flow is atmospheric. I call that a ground game. See, water is knowledge, so if I'm teaching, you're learning. So how your God make a sun without vortexing and current? See the pattern is ponic, I'm reaching out for my people. Oh, watch me flow through your speakers, you feel the force of the ether. And when the force gets the equal, I'm taking off like an eagle. Police popped the pastor yesterday for pushing put equal. My DNA is Moshe. Mix that thing with higher water. My spirit rate is OTN. It's just a higher order. Got more light than Kavita. Rap a lot just like Tila. Went from sinner to saint. Shout out my big homie Sela. Got more torque than a sports car. Got more work than a door star. In the 4 million I make, I'm giving the Dr. Umar. Oh yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you're feeling up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you're breathing rarefied air, oh yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you feel it up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you're breathing rarefied air, oh yeah. Super 7 in my rites and ceremonies. I'm married to Jehovah, holy matrimony. Confucius say, in the words of Caillou, before you hit the tomb, be a bridegroom. Only got one question for Miss Susan B. On how to last Ahuin is now a Angui. Blame my inspiration, I'm just thinking thoughts. But in the way of God's, we gon' keep it short. Why Jesus wanna kill me, Matthew 10:34. Just a couple questions that I'm needing to know. Oh, watch me flow, it's so potent. Set the vortex in motion. Super 7, I'm floating across the Aegean Ocean. Oh, you a Muslim now, so I guess you making salat. Well, I'm an Israelite, I'ma make him at the Shabbat. Got Moses on the bumper, super slap off in my spaceship photosphere. So I stay lit, peace and light to the faith is so yeah.
Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you're feeling up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you're breathing rarefied air, oh yeah. Put that Super 7 in the air. Tell me how you feeling when you feel it up there. When you in the sky breathing rarefied air. When you're breathing rarefied air, oh yeah.